Hi everybody, my name is Leeuwen, and today we're going to break down a Korvai, which is a rhythmic composition which is central to Carnatic music. So this one is from the track Vere Dikkevaru by the Akkarai Sisters from the album Double Bow. The composition is in Khanda, Chapu, Talam. That's a 5-beat cycle, and it's counted like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this track has a lot of really cool stuff, demonstrating how to work in 5, including a lot of stuff on how to make 7-note groupings spin into 5. It's really, really cool, and I definitely suggest listening to it. So a short breakdown of what a Korvai is basically it's in 2 parts. And the first part is a mathematical formula, and the second part is tadiginatom 3 times. So the first part, tadiginatom dam, tadiginatom dam, tadiginatom dam. The second part, takadinatam, takadinatam, takadinatam. The third part, takitadam, takitadam, takitadam. And the fourth part, dat dom, tadiginatom, dat dom, tadiginatom, dat dom, tadiginatom, da. So as you can hear, the first 3 parts are related. Basically, you've got short notes followed by a long note that's 3 times as long. And they're grouped in 3s. And here's where it gets really cool, because the third iteration of each of the phrases actually changes as you go through it. So as you can hear, takadinatam becomes takadinatam. And takitatam becomes takitatam. So the third iteration of the second phrase, you double the length of the short notes, and the third phrase, you triple them. The fourth part, tatom, tadiginatom, is a 9-beat variation on tadiginatom. Variations in tadiginatom are endless, and drummers and cornicle artists will practice tons of different variations of tadiginatom and also work them in different time signatures and different subdivisions. It ties up the end of the Korvai, making it add up to an even 100 beats. So your first part, tadiginatom tam, 3 times, that is 24 beats. The second part, takadinatam, is 25 beats. The third part, takitatam, is also 24 beats. And the tatom, tadiginatom, is 27 beats. Altogether that adds up to 100, or 10 cycles of our Khanda Chapu Talam if we're using the subdivision of 2. So there are 2 more things that are really cool about this Korvai in performance practice, but not necessarily an integral part of the composition. First, the syllable tam is varied in the second and third iterations. So tam in the second variation becomes tatom. In the third variation it becomes tadikitataka. So for example, we have tadiginatom tam, tadiginatom tam, tadiginatom tam becomes tadiginatom tatom, tadiginatom tatom, tadiginatom tatom. And then tadiginatom, tadikitataka, tadiginatom, tadikitataka. The second additional factor is the tag ending. So we go into a triplet subdivision for the only part of the Korvai, and that's after saying tatom, tadiginatom once. So this phrase is another variation of tadiginatom, which is in 9 beats. And it goes tadiginatom, tadiginatom, tadiginatom tam. And that itself is tagged 3 times. The rule of 3 in a Korvai is part of what gives it its very logical characteristics, which are what drew me personally to Carnatic music, is listening to the extreme amount of logic that applied to a composition where every note is accounted for and every phrase has a meaning in relation to the other phrases. So now I'm going to recite the Korvai for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tadiginatom tam, tadiginatom tam, tadiginatom tam, takadinatam, 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 takitatam, 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 tatom, tadiginatom, tatom, tadiginatom, tatom, tadiginatom, tadiginatom, tatom, tadiginatom, tatom, tadiginatom, tatom, takadina tatom, takadina tatom, ga di na da dum da kita da dum da kita da dum da di da dum da digi na 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 dum da di na da di kita da kita 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 da dum da di gi na 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 dum da dum kita da di dum da dum kita da di dum da dum kita da di dum da. So as far as playing this on the drum set, there's really no official way to do it, unlike the konakol and the mridangam and the percussion playing, which are very traditional and have been worked out over a long time. Playing this on the drum set is really a kind of new territory. So the one thing that I will say is that you really have to have a lot of respect for this music and try to communicate what they're communicating. And so when you're translating konakol to the drum set, try to make your phrases consistent internally. So you can do ta digi na tom tam, ta digi na tom tam, ta digi na tom tam, in any number of ways. You know, you could go, you know, the way that I do it is, but you don't want to do it like this, because then you're not really communicating the logic and the formula that's happening. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on if you're not using consistency. And the other thing, obviously, that you have to think about is that transcribing these rhythms directly from the mridangam and attributing one sound to each sound corresponding is not necessarily the most artistic way to play the drum set. So sometimes you're going to have to make choices about how to integrate these rhythms in a way that sounds beautiful on the instrument that you're playing and not just totally transliterating everything. So thank you all for watching, and I would love it if you would like my video and share it with your friends. You can also follow me, JVL Drums, on Instagram, and Joey Van Leeuwen on YouTube, and I'll be making more videos soon, and I hope you come back. Thanks.